major orgies were happening at a local Taco Bell. So I just had to get it out. It did put up the Taco Bell full mass here. So Los Angeles County, former Los Angeles area Taco Bell employee is now suing the company and a franchise owner after she claims a Christmas party at the fast food restaurant. We're not talking about somewhere else and they just happen to work there. We're talking about at the actual restaurant, descended into a drunken mess that included open sex. Alana Bechiom filed her lawsuit last week in Los Angeles Superior Court, and it's a doozy. In the suit, she alleges that her supervisor invited her to the December 18th, 2022 party at the San Pedro Taco Bell, at which she was employed. She was encouraged to bring food for a potluck-style buffet. I mean, that's normative. No problem. I can bring up, some cheese and dip or something. And her contribution was a bowl of guacamole. Once she arrived, Miss Bechiom discovered that her supervisor covered the windows of the restaurant with wrapping paper and also covered the cameras for the lobby in the inside of the restaurant. Now it's getting weird. Now I know the guacamole is good, but damn. So she claims, I gotta get through the story, brother. There's more. She claims her supervisor then provided alcohol to staffers. So that kind of made sense. All right, so you're serving alcohol, we're all adults here. You don't want people to see this. But several of whom were overserved, as the lawsuit states. And then around midnight, she stepped outside for a short time. She walked back into the restaurant and saw a coworker having sex with his wife in front of everyone at the party. She alleges the coworker's wife, she claims, was also kissing her female manager and another female coworker at the same time. There's more. Shocked, disgusted, and outraged, she said. She alleges that she first ran out of the restaurant, but then went back inside to retrieve her guacamole bowl. Only to... Jackson, you're going to have to let me get through this story, brother.
I'm going to mute it.
Okay, all right. Only to find her manager and the other coworker also involved in the sexual encounter were vomiting. All right? One threw up in the trash while the other vomited in her guacamole. Not because of her guacamole, but just they were intoxicated, according to the lawsuit, according to the complaint. So she says that she reported the incident to Taco Bell Human Resources. Now, you got to understand, HR is wondering, okay, this is a hell of a story. And the Alvarado Restaurant Group, that's your franchise owner, Colorado-based. The manager and other coworkers involved in the sexual encounter were fired, her complaint states. So after their termination, she alleges she was actually threatened and had her car window shattered by someone associated with her former coworkers. Taco Bell and the franchisee, quote, did nothing about these threats and instead told her that they were transferring her to a new location rather than disciplining the employees who threatened her, according to the complaint. So she eventually quit and alleges that she has suffered actual, consequential, and incidental financial losses and that Taco Bell violated anti-discrimination laws, the New York Post reports. KTLA reached out to Taco Bell and the restaurant group for comment. Doesn't look like there has been a comment on record as of yet. All right, listen. I have no issue with what consenting adults choose to do. I would prefer you not to do it at the local Taco Bell because I like to get a chalupa every now and then myself. So obviously that is a violation worthy of complaint. The attack, the physical threatening, and the property damage is what has been alleged in the lawsuit, and that Taco Bell was aware, the group was aware, the franchisee, and they decided to do absolutely nothing about it. And she is claiming, well, this is a protective dynamic that the employee-employer relationship should warrant. Dear brother, so this was the last story I expected to see this morning in the pitch meeting.
Yeah, me too, man. I saw it. I was reading it. I had just got back from the salon. You know what I'm saying? Getting done up. You feel me? And I was like, oh. But look, let me say, this literally could not have happened at a more perfect place than Taco Bell. If I would have read it and it said McDonald's or Wendy's or Burger King, it just wouldn't have slapped the same type of way. You know, I don't know what it is. It wouldn't have hit the same type of way. There we go. That's more appropriate. It wouldn't have hit the same type of way. I don't, you know, so it's just this is literally the perfect story and going into Thursday. But my question is, how does management, like upper management, even respond to this? Like, what do you really do? Like, obviously, everybody got to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just in terms of like public relations, like, how do you make up for this? Like, you just shut the store down. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they're going to do all of that, but I'm really curious.
You know, usually, and I'm going to answer that question practically. Usually, these restaurant franchisee companies, they have multiple restaurants. So they have a rotation team that can kind of come in and help with the skeleton crew until you get your staff back up. Another problematic element, which is alleged in the lawsuit, is that there was an exacting supervisor involved, which creates another element of harassment when you have a supervisor involved in this kind of conduct with, and obviously in front of, allegedly, other employees. We will bring you updates. I'm sure updates are coming.